revolt. Of course, that's what I mean as far as getting our government back from the Hoovers. This is Martyr St. Tom, Martyr St. Castellano. This is where I have and then 3 other programs. Due to circumstances, this is the way I have to appear. I make no excuses and accept none. There is no excuse for genocide by anyone, anywhere, at any time. Therefore, for health reasons, I have to move to a warmer, drier climate. And then also, I should be on my own because of conditions that they can't have the excuse that they can practice genocide against my family because I'm a guest with them. Now, I have to do what I want to do, and at 89, I'm going to be 90. I can't waste time. I have to move upwards and forwards, upwards and forwards. And that's what I'm going to try to do. Now, the other 3 programs are the preacher who speaks from the bloody pulpit, expose editor who looks at the facts, then reviews them, concises them, and then reports them as a reporter and as an editor of what the facts, true facts are. Then I have 009, where, no, the original 007, I have 2. I'm a real man. 009. And so I do a program to tell the girls to be careful, try to enlighten them as to a pleasant day and so forth. But first of all, that they be careful of where they live and how they live, that for their life, health, etc. So I have plans to move to a warmer, drier climate. And then I'll be alone. There'll be no excuse by anybody not to interfere with my family, relatives, and friends, and other people. And with that I say, well, if I don't do things at a certain time on a certain day, it's not because I hear what they say, backpedaling. It's because maybe it's so outrageously boring of nonsense that I watch something and fall asleep and then wake up and it's 2:33 in the morning. Now it's about 5 o'clock in the morning to prepare my studio here, improvised, to make this video. But you can always be sure that what I'm doing is to move upwards and forwards. And with that I say, it's about the same, and that I'm in a situation where the national and international spokesman for the Hooverists by F.B.I. classification has the blackest ass. Now, the program of the preacher speaking from the bloody pulpit, using their words from their actual words and gyrations of the true facts. Who in the hell do they think they are? They are outrageously, obnoxiously, disgustingly boring to such an extent that a person just doesn't want to be think of them. But they'll get right in front of you so you see them and say, well, you're connected. See, you see us doing something. Well, because of conditions, and I think the expose editor is going to go into them. Yeah, I have to go and get groceries. I have to try to walk. It's difficult where I am now. But definitely I'm going to move to a warmer area soon. And then I'll be able to walk, where I can sort of walk and back into condition. It'd be warmer and drier area. I have to be careful of my health, of course. But from the bloody pulpit, they are and refuse to stop being phony, following, faggot, cocksucker, hooverous cowards. That's what they are and continue to be. I would think as people find out what they are, it'd be uproarious that they can be phony, following, faggot, cocksucker, hooverous cowards that have been crushed, not defeated, crushed by Martyr Saint Castellano. With that, I'll say situations the same. The national and international spokesman on the international stage is classified by the F.B.I. as having, that's the classification they taught Martyr Saint Castellano, that Obama has the blackest ass. With that, I now bring in expose editor. Who in the hell do they think they are? This is the actual facts. They owe him so much money, honors of money, that within a few days' time, they can give him back some of the honors and some of the money, and he would move where he wants to move, and that would be. But they make sure that they keep robbing and cover up their crimes against God and man. Now, Martyr Saint Castellano is going to move to a warmer, drier area. He may not be able to bring this computer with him. So whenever there is a delay or an interruption, you can be sure it was maybe from boredom and he fell asleep as far as late, or that where he is he can't, or maybe at this particular time won't use his computer. What these are the facts. Let me show you the 24/7 nonsense and Hooverism. Every MD he goes to, within 2 months they get to him where, well, this one, something happened to him. So he's now recovering. Where they changed the policy that all he has to do is to get to a warmer area and naturally get himself back to the best health he can, which is at least hitting golf balls and exercising and going and retrieve them and so forth. They stopped him from having his legs wrapped because he, from the top of his head to the bottom of his toes, he has many, through the years, many injuries. He's listed them. It takes an entire page. So he have his legs wrapped, but they interfered so that now the way he can have his legs wrapped is he bought the material and he wraps them himself. Well, there's a saying, you're your own best doctor. Now, at this time, there has to be where he checks with his pulmonary specialist to see that water is not back in his lungs, because he has water in his system now, worse than he's ever had, because of the interruption to the pulmonary specialist. Had difficulty, serious difficulty, and things were in a chaos. Now, the idea that by looking their best and moving in perfection timing, that this is what happens, and then I saw that and that's what it is uproarious. Who are they fooling? Who are they scaring? It proves that they can, within a few days' time, give him honors and money so that he can then have what's rightfully his by the laws of God or man. Isn't that correct? So, by next Dominica, he can't or may not use the internet, or at least for that next Dominica or for a while. It doesn't mean he's changed. It doesn't mean he's backpedaling. It means he's had to move to a warmer, drier area and has to live in a certain way to conserve the money he has and maybe what's best healthy for him. You understand that he has crushed from the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top, because sometimes the ones on the top are worse than the ones on the bottom. They're gutter nonsense, masturbating hooverists. And that's what the true facts are. I just report them. And it's where it's laughable, maybe uproarious, that on the national and international stage, the spokesman they have by F.B.I. classification has the blackest ass. Now, as the third program of Martyr St. Castellano is 009. Revolt, and let's get our government back. And we do that while we sort of party and we celebrate of what we've achieved and accomplished, therefore who we really are, the august body of real professional people. Upwards and forwards, upwards and forwards. And Martyr St. Castellano thinks that he has the right and maybe duty because of his ability to encourage girls to have a better life, a safer life. Be careful, understand safety, and have a better life and a little enlightenment of entertainment. And music is about one of the best entertaining ways of enjoying life. And so, what does he suggest? Well, he's 89 and going to be 90. And conditions are that he has to put up with teeth that were ruined, terrible pain where he can't have his meals unless he improvises. From the top of his head to his toes, he has injuries. Makes a full page. But what does he say? Party, celebrate, and it is apropos, but maybe the best way to describe it is to say, in the morning, as the sun comes up, the dawn is breaking. Time to do good. Be a real doer in the august body of real professionals, regardless of his condition. And then what about in the evening? After he ignores or tries to ignore the Hoovers, he's of the opinion that you relax and think of sensible sound where you have, by music, red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea, of calm, mature, sensible, upwards and forwards, serenity. And as far as then the national and international on-stage spokesman they have, that by F.B.I. classification, Obama has the blackest ass.